And that's what I hear and know. And and
all right, so okay, I won't comment about that. Go on.
Are you going to ask me for my source?
No, but
I'm a journalist, so don't ask me.
You said reliable, very reliable source.
Yes, but I'm a journalist, so and you are, so I know you would.
And I also spoke about a few things about my knowledge of some people who have issues with Bawumia being retained and Derry having such a strong support.
Very powerful forces within the party are rooting for Derry. Very powerful forces. And indeed, it is a fact that Derry's main constituency is Parliament, which is big. So it's going to be an interesting thing. But it's not the first time the NPP will be going through such motions. So clearly they will sail through. But, and all sorts of arguments have been made. I've seen some well-prepared documents that are highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of all these aspirants. So right now, its bottom line is between Derry and Bawumia in terms of the balance of forces and the alignment of forces within the party, with the flag bearer more inclined towards retaining the old ticket and some very strong forces asking for reconsideration. And some of the arguments are made as if, yes, the question that he comes from a very big tribe in the north, the Dagatis. They attract more, they have interaction, friendly relationships with many more other northern tribes. There isn't much antagonism or hostility between his tribe and those tribes. And that Bawumia, who is a Mamprusi, they have problems with Kwesasis, and maybe they have a good relationship with the Dagombas, but it could be the pro-Abudu faction. All these permutations are being done. But if you check the records too, there are people who this point that Bawumia, and you said it, that he didn't bring much and that he lost in his thing. I'm not sure about the figures that you have seen, because one has to do, I'm not an expert when it comes to electoral mathematics.
I don't remember the figures, but
yeah, I'm not sure
this issue
because it appears that Akufo-Addo did better. That is, Akufo-Addo and the NPP did better in the 3 northern regions, including the Mamprusi area, than Kufuor did. If you look at the statistics and the mathematics, which I have seen. So I really don't see who they may have lost, but in terms of looking at the improvement that the party made in the area, they made more gains if you compare to the previous election results.
No, but how do you explain that the NPP had the seats there?
No, it doesn't matter. They may have lost the parliamentary. Addo did better than the parliamentary candidates. Are you aware of that? Put together. These things do happen. Unlike other situations where the parliamentary candidates get more than their presidential, especially the smaller parties, like the CPP, PNC and things. So it's not exactly accurate to say that Bawumia didn't bring anything to bear on the results. They will have to, as party, sit and interrogate these things properly. There is unknown quantity as at now. Big tribe, member of a big tribe, they don't have many hostile relationships and all that. It's all, at this stage, unknown, in the sense that it hasn't been tested and tried, unlike Bawumia's, which has been tested and tried. And don't forget that the Akufo-Addo ticket won the first run anyway, and lost the second run marginally. So was it as if it was a disaster of a ticket? And you want to review a ticket based on the fact that it was almost a disaster. So there's real questions which are agitating the minds of the NPP leaders and those who count when the decision day arrives. But as far as I know, at this stage, I repeat, the flag bearer is more inclined towards retaining the old ticket. By old ticket, I mean the 2008 ticket. And it makes sense to me, politically. Source? Mass. Let's go to mass. So yeah, I'm a journalist. So you can't.
I'm a trained journalist also.
Yeah, yes, you are. So this is how I see it. These two people are out there. And
you say it makes sense. Does that mean
politically?
That, yeah, politically. But does that mean that you also endorse such a posture? that if that is what was to be done, it would have been the best?
First of all, there are certain basic principles which I know the NPP is tilted towards. They've been a conservative. They want to remain conservative in terms of North-South pairing, Muslim-Christian pairing. It appears there is a greater aggregate there. It's just now that people are saying that, look, really, the NDC didn't use that format. There are reasons for that, but they didn't use it. Religion, they've done analysis to show that religion hasn't really been very massive in terms of the impact. Okay, so why do you want to remain conservative relative to the religious factor? Geographically fine, they don't mind. But why religion?
Gender, I mean, we've not been talking about
yes,
gender.
See, I have told somebody.
The youth.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic point. I have made a point that the only way I will cease being a conservative relative to this ticket is when a new dynamic is introduced into the picture. For instance, the gender factor. Brilliant, charismatic, comes a woman, a lady.
The last time there was that opportunity, but it was ignored.
Nana's first choice, really, as far as I knew, originally was Malik Yakubu Alasan. When that didn't happen, was the lady Alima Mahama. These are not things he went and put on the table. I'm talking about as he was thinking aloud, because I had the privilege of having interactions with him before. When all this he did his own testing of the grounds and knew that these things would not click, because you do testing before the National Council itself. Then the Bawumia team came in, which was quite a difficult choice. It didn't just fly without, you know, passionate.
I was at Alisa. It was a very difficult thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a very easy thing, you know. And it would not be easy again from all the analysis I'm making. The kind of contention going on right now, the contest, is not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. Okay? And it's maybe it's good that they are starting now. At one stage, some of them were thinking maybe March, but I think they should do it before March so that they can contain the pressures that will come. For sure, there will be repercussions. There will be some repercussions. It's normal. It's a human institution. So everybody is not going to get everything they want. There will have to be compromises along the line. And they should use science. If Bawumia didn't bring votes, let them prove it.
Yeah, so I was asking,
let them prove it with figures.
Specific to Bawumia, I was asking, what is it that goes for him?
No, see, first of all, I think that some of the principles, I usually don't like personalizing. You see, the North-South, we've agreed, Muslim, Christian, is not total agreement, but there's a factor in there. The competence, the capacity, your track record is important. Youth. The person should be below 60. Akufo-Addo is post 60. I think they should have somebody who is below 60. I don't know how old Derry is. If you can help me, I don't know. So I'm not talking about this in relation to him as a person, because I think they are the two top horses now. But Bawumia certainly is below 60. You know, so youth is also important. The communication skill, you must be able to communicate on the platform.
Derry was born in 1956.
Oh, so I'm older than him?
That's what I'm told, yeah.
Amazing. It means he's below 60, because I'm 54 and I'm 57. So definitely, so he's below it. So he's captured by my criterion in terms of age, you know. These are things that should inform the choice, okay? So really, except that if I were making my personal choice, I said I would remain conservative. I will go with the ticket that was used, which was not much of it was not a disaster, that nearly won. But I'm not NPP. Thankfully, I will not be part of the pressure game.
Okay, so from Kweku's analysis, then certainly Bawumia is good for him. Bawumia is 63, and then the rest of them appear to have.
Bawumia 63?
Yes, 63.
Okay,
so?
1963. Yeah, okay, okay.
I mean 1963.
Okay, that's right.
You're on Newsfile on Joy 99.7 FM, and we are also coming to you live from the Multi-TV studios. This is your Joy News channel. I'll now come to you and take your Let me take these text messages, then I'll come to you, Seth Ofori. This one, you didn't identify yourself. You say that Nana Addo should stick to Dr. Bawumia. He has been marketed to the Ghanaian people, and it will be backwardness if another person is choosing to partner Nana Addo. Farouk in Tamale writes, whether running mate or no running mate, Ghanaians will not die at all cost for Nana Addo and the NPP to rule Ghana again. OT Ayana, Anya, OT Naya, is that what you meant? None of those names for Nanes VIP are all good. Oh, I see. Jacob Winnie. Okay, so you have Dr. Pese's support. Jacob Winnie writes, University of Education, Kumasi, you are writing from University of Education, Kumasi. You say that, I predict one-touch victory for the NPP if Oli and Oli Bawumia is retained. Boachi writes, Nana Addo should consider the Brong-Ahafo region for the running mate slot. This will rekindle the support of the people for the NPP and also ensure victory for 2012. Okay, so maybe that's where the Amir Confis will come in. Togbi writes, running mates do not win elections. Jerry Rawlings never chose a northerner or Muslim running mate, yet he won 2 elections in the country in 92 and also in 96. All presidential candidates must choose the persons they think will be good vice presidents and can win the presidency and run the country for development after the president has retired. Mohammed in Tamale writes, Alhaji Jaula cannot be a good leader. He's a divide and rule person. The Northerners will not forgive the NPP for choosing him.